Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday, November 29th special council meeting, and we're starting right at 6 p.m. I'll call the meeting to order as I've just done with my little gavel. We are starting the meeting right at 6 p.m. and at this time I'd like to confirm the agenda. Are there... Hey, how are you? Was she making a motion?
Yeah, there's some additions to the meeting.
At this time, I'd like to confirm the agenda. Other than that, young lady, are there any emergent items from any of the councillors?
I have no emergent.
Councillor Peterson?
I'm just ready with a motion, Your Worship.
Thank you.
I would move that council adopt the November 29th, 2023 special council meeting agenda as presented.
Thank you. You've all heard the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We move now to public comments. I don't believe we have any tonight. Then we move now to 4.1, business. The Police Support Grant Funding Agreement for 2023-2024. And is someone speaking to this? Jonathan? Jonathan?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So the town receives an annual grant for the policing services provided by the town. This week, the town received the attached agreement, and the accompanying letter indicates that the agreement needs to be returned to the province by December 1st. So if council approves the agreement tonight, after the agreement is signed, the town would receive a grant in the amount of $408,224, which equals the grant funding that the town received last year.
So, sorry, that's equal funding to last year's RCMP grant?
That's correct, Your Worship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any questions for Jonathan? This is a letter we got from the province very recently. They have not given us much time at all on getting this signed and to them. So I know there was a couple of questions about why this was happening and the speed of it and everything. Any questions for Jonathan? Councillor Peterson?
Your Worship, I would move that council authorize the mayor to sign the policing support grant funding agreement for 2023-2024 as presented in attachment 1.
Thank you. And now that we have a motion on the floor, is there any discussion on that motion? Councillor Wiley?
Sure. I guess I could have asked this earlier. So just a question for admin. Is there any way by delaying or anything else there could somehow be increase in funding, or is this the maximum amount that we could probably hope for?
That is a good question, and I'm not sure. I know the grant funding is equal to last year. I'm not sure if delaying would give us more. Would Mark or Kara have any insight on this?
I think it is the maximum already. And I think to the other part that's really important around the timeline specifically around this one is that if we don't proceed, actually, we won't get the grant funding in time. So that's part of why the urgency around the timeline to push this through. But I will, Councillor Wiley, confirm with our finance team, and we'll get you an answer as well.
And
Thank you.
kind of tied into that, our CAO Scoble told me the other day, I think it was yesterday, that he had sent them a letter last year saying that we need more time for this to be able to go to council and get it signed. If they could keep that in mind as far as all municipal councils regarding timeline, and he was a little frustrated that it didn't seem to get anywhere. Councillor Peterson?
Your Worship, you know, everybody's in the same boat that we are. I think this is almost certainly to be a discussion at the mid-sized mayor's table. So, you know, I think that's a really good place.
Could you rephrase that and say mid-sized cities?
Mid-sized cities.
Because some of us aren't.
Mid-sized mayors.
Some of us aren't mid-sized.
No. I meant that. Sorry. It's Richard's influence. That's what.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's hurt my feelings. Any other questions or comments? Then I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
And the motion is carried. And it leaves no other business tonight except to adjourn the meeting. So I will adjourn the meeting at